Two boys, one podcast. Two boys, one podcast. Your movie connection. When it's time for reflection, we make fun of each other, then do film reviews. Winner or loser, is this movie right for you? Nope, it sucks. Don't press your luck. You better listen to us. Two boys, one podcast.
Hey, way to go.
What do you? Shut up. I'm not happy with you.
Go figure. What's new?
You, Mr. Zeke, the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me. Hanson, you censored me again.
Yes, I did.
You bastard. Who do you think you are?
The censor.
What, is this not America?
I mean, it is now.
Was it when I said that thing that you censored?
I don't know. I don't know where you are.
Yes, that's true. I thought I was in America.
I don't know where you're broadcasting from. I don't know what towers you're bouncing off of.
I think it's Youngstown.
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 Yeah, that doesn't sound familiar.
Toe of a New Yorker. Youngstown. Stick a feather in his hat. He'll boil it up and put some cheese on it, and woo-hoo! It's gonna be some good eating.
That's how Yankee Doodle died. Turned into
macaroni.
macaroni.
How Yankee Doodle died.
Yeah, they ate him like macaroni. They put a
talk
noodle
about
in his hat.
How Yankee Doodle was dandy, but they never talk about how Yankee Doodle died.
Yeah, no, it's a commonly skipped
Doodle
over
died.
chapter. That's how Yankee Doodle died. He turned him into a Yankee Noodle.
So you're telling me Yankee Doodle died because he turned into a Yankee noodle?
Yankee Noodle, yeah, they ate him like macaroni.
What kind of cheese?
Put a noodle in his hat and ate him like macaroni.
What kind of cheese was it?
Cheddar.
Ooh, whiter. Orange.
No, it was white cheddar.
Ooh, that's the good stuff.
Yeah,
that's the good stuff. At least he
white
went down
gold
with a good cheese.
Yeah,
I mean,
drowned him in it.
Spendy too. Yeah,
They drowned him in cheddar.
it was a good death.
And some heavy cheddar.
He went the way he would have wanted to go.
That's the way I wanted to go. Delicious.
God bless you, Yankee Doodle.
Yeah.
Dandy Noodle.
That's how. Like some people like wings on their macaroni. Some people like lobster mac. No, Dandy Mac.
Dandy Mac.
Yep.
Sounds like a character in something. Dandy Mac.
Yeah, it does. Like a detective. Like a hard-nosed noir. Yeah.
Dandy. I don't know about that. Dandy.
Who knows?
Hey, quit changing the subject, you censoring son of a bitch.
I won't, and I can't.
You apologize.
I won't. I won't thank you for your service.
It was a good censor.
We'll allow it.
Sometimes you think something's funny, and maybe it is, but it shouldn't be. Or
I
something
feel
like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily opposed. It's just one of those things where, like, I thought, I don't know. I'm gonna cut it. If I'm questioning, I'm gonna cut it.
I'm gonna give you some shit about it, but
you can give me the shit. You'll be the one cleaning it up.
The last time you censored me, I was just coughing for a long time, and you cut it all out.
Yep.
You jerk.
Well, you're welcome, because people would have thought you were patient zero on the COVID train.
But this was way before COVID. Would have been 2019.
Yeah,
I think.
It was, but you could have they could have traced it back to you.
I had just been at a wet market.
That's what I'm saying.
Wuhan. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you went into the wet market.
All right.
You ate that bat.
It's kind of a weird. Yeah. I was assumed a wet market would have fish, but they also have terrestrial and aerial species.
Never been there.
So maybe it's just water. They just sell water and liquids.
That makes sense. Yeah, different types of water.
Yeah,
Wet water, dry water.
They're like, hey, here's some salt water over here. Here's some different salt water.
Glacial water. Dead water.
Boy, I wonder who we were sponsored by today, maybe.
One can only hope.
One can only hope. We'll see what happens at the end of the episode, huh?
I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
The end can't come fast enough, as far as I'm concerned.
What, you don't like talking to me?
Oh, I love it. I eat it up with a spoon.
How do you do that? It's not tangible.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Not?
It's joy. Joy's tangible.
No, it isn't.
Yep.
No, you're wrong.
No, I'm right. You're welcome. I'm right, and you're welcome.
Quit whining. Zeke?
No. I mean, if I don't whine, what else is there to talk about?
I'm Zeke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your name is my name too.
I'm not gonna. We already talked about John Jacob. We already talked about Yankee Doodle.
Yankee Noodle.
Noodle. Cheddar.
Put that in your
Better.
noodle. Cheddar is better.
Cheddar is better. Gouda would be good too.
Gouda's good. Cheddar is better.
Is there any cheese you can rhyme to make it something that's better? Like greatest.
Pepper Jack is Cracker Jack.
Best. Something's got to be best.
Pesto. Pesto is besto.
Brie is number 3. Brie is number 3.
Yep.
Provolone will make you groan.
Provolone will leave you all alone.
Oh, yeah, because you're disgusting if you eat provolone.
That's true.
Mozzarella makes for a happy fella. Everyone knows that saying.
Yep, that is my favorite saying.
What else is there? Name another type of cheese.
Stinky cheese.
Stinky cheese, yes please. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, you're just borrowing from the old book now.
Guess so.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
What?
I'm gonna hang up my shit cleaning pants for good. I think.
That's
I'll
great.
Keep 'em,
That's what I heard.
I'll keep them available because.
So what I heard was you're trading in your muck raking people poop pants for the fish poop pants kinds.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a docksman.
Yeah, you're a docksman.
Yeah, I work on the docks.
I work on the docks.
I use the same voice for janitor and then for dock work, and this is what I sound like.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Are you gonna wear like one of those big floppy hats?
Yellow slicker.
One of those. Yep. Like you're peering off into the past the lighthouse. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have to look out for the leper ghosts because I know they're coming.
The leper ghosts are coming for one, and two, you're gonna have to always have a pipe, even if it's raining.
Does it have to be lit at all times?
No, but you have to have it.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
Those are the rules of the sea.
Remember them 3.
Yeah. Brie 3.
Brie 3.
Pocket full of brie.
We like rhyming. I like rhyming.
I love rhyming.
Gosh, we're just a couple of rhymers.
Rife with rhyming.
Old timer rhymers.
Old timer rhymers. That's where we're going to rename the podcast. We're going to call it Old Timer Rhymers.
What happened in the fog that the leper ghosts wanted to kill them?
There was something in the wall. They had
I think it was the lighthouse, and then they were going to trade, but then they turned the lighthouse on and off.
I thought they found something in the wall.
Crash? There was something about a wall.
The lighthouse was a radio station.
Yeah, but it wasn't always. I mean, it was one time an actual lighthouse, and then
Right, but they didn't come like when the last shift left the lighthouse. They didn't be like, oh, we gotta go raid that harbor again. There's always one more time for a story before the witching hour.
Before the witching hour.
Before the witching hour.
You shut up. That's not what happened. I'll give you a gut puncher.
What was the name of the stupid food that kid ate?
I
Bangers and mash,
I had
slammers and bingos.
Sure, and then I thought I was wrong. I was going strong with.
You know what? I have my
gut buster.
It is Gut Busters. Let me see if I can find this here.
I don't know if it is the gut.
The Blob, The Fog.
Darkman. He's dark. Oh, I found it.
Did you?
Let's see if I have it written down, though. Oh, yeah, DJ.
What are you, nuts? DJ Kurtz. The Horror.
Oh, yeah, we got...
The
I've got it written down that there was a great triangle player. You might remember that.
Get the fog out of here. Oh, there was a fantastic triangle player.
Mm-hmm.
The maestro of all triangle players.
It was pretty awesome.
It was.
Stomach pounder and a Coke.
Stomach pounder and a Coke, yep. The Elizabeth Dane ship. Look at that. We're organized. We have all of our podcasts right in front of us.
We do okay sometimes, huh?
Yeah, we did great.
I mean, we're talking about an episode we did over a year ago.
Yeah, actually,
2 years ago.
April 21st, 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh, it's almost... Holy cow. Holy
wow.
cow, buddy.
That's symmetry. You're welcome. Stomach pounder.
I'll have what he's having.
I'll take it.
Yummy, yummy.
Go ahead, tell me your life story.
Okay, well, I was born in Canton, South Dakota, at the Canton Inwood Memorial. I'm giving away too much personal information.
Were you born in the cemetery?
Censor that. Censor me. Yeah.
Censor me.
Censor me. I'm drinking too. We're drinking.
Yeah, I got some bourbon.
I got some. I make kind of a poor man's a Duke of Earl.
That's fancy.
That's just Earl Grey and some sugar and some milk.
So I finally found a tea that I love. I love it.
What?
So what happens? I found a tea that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
So what happens? They discontinue it, and now it can only be bought in the great states of Washington, Idaho, and Montana.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can't even get it online?
No, you cannot.
What is it?
Oh, only Albertsons carries it.
Excuse me. I think there's one of those in the Rapid City.
There is not that carries it.
Oh, okay.
I checked.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. Do you want to plug it? Go ahead and plug it so people can know what they're missing.
No,
Unless they live in,
I won't. No free advertisements. We only advertise products that pay us money.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that.
That's it. It's a
too
roll.
Too bad I'm not in Afton anymore, because then I could have just popped out over there to Idaho Falls or Pocatello.
Pocatello? Yeah, they have it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, they have it in Boise. Checked. Boise. Oh, Boise.
Boise.
Yeah. But what do I know?
Not a damn thing from what I know.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. You're a fool. A complete idiot.
Mm-hmm.
I am too, though. Bigger idiot even.
That's not even true. But yeah, well, all right. Congrats on the new gig. That's exciting. I'm excited to hear about your new stories from work. Like all the mermen that you'll find.
Mm-hmm. Women.
Yeah, and the
sirens,
barnacles on the other side of the docks. Yep.
Barn
Working them docks.
Working down at the docks.
Are you gonna get a dachshund as a dog?
No, I don't like dogs.
Oh, well, that's
like
gonna be a tough road to hoe then. Well, this is going to be a tough podcast for you to be a part of then.
Yeah, I know it. I know it is.
Yeah, well, all right.
that's kind of a transition that we just
if you're on the dock, what does the 5:00 bell sound like?
Well, there's a little siren out there, and it starts singing a little song, and it goes. It's very alluring. It goes. Zeke, 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 awake, it's time for the next segment. Zeke, 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 awake, it's time for the next segment. Quit whining. It's called Nuns on the Run. Nuns on the Run. Nuns on the Run. Nuns and they are running. They are nuns. They are nuns. And they run. Run, 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 run. Go the nuns. Do your thing. You're getting... I guess episode 49. Getting...
The life has gone out of it.
Blowing your throat out.
Yep.
Very lackluster performance, my friend.
Yeah, well, what can I say? You bring the worst out in me.
Hey, good.
So the 1990 film Nuns on the Run. And this is going to be a fun one. Two criminals want out, but their boss kills those leaving. When the men are ordered to rob the triad, they keep the money and hide from the boss, triad, and police at a convent dressed as nuns.
Yep.
That's the official
synopsis.
Do you have what it should have been about?
Yeah, you take one part Mrs. Doubtfire, 2 parts sister act, 1 part loose cannons. You got yourself nuns, and they're running all over the place in 1990.
It sounds like a hit to me.
Was it a hit? This wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I don't know that it was a hit, but I remember watching it as a kid.
Oh, really?
So,
I'd never seen it.
Yeah.
I was expecting absolute trash.
Really?
Yeah, I was. I didn't really do any research. I was just going by the name, and Eric Idle he's in okay stuff, but who knows?
Yeah, Eric Idle was the connection to this one from Baron von Munchausen.
Munchausen.
But fun fact on this, the title, the first word of the title is actually correctly pronounced backwards.
That is very fun.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
So.
Oh boy.
Eric Idle and Robbie Coltrane. This was Robbie Coltrane's first lead, I believe, but his second movie that he was in with Eric Idle.
What did I recognize him so much from?
Harry Potter.
Who was he?
He's Hagrid.
Oh, yeah, right. Hello, Harry. Hello, Harry.
I like him from he plays Valentine in 2 of the Pierce Brosnan. GoldenEye and The World Is Not Enough.
Sure. Because he's British.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm very astute. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean you can't really sneak one by you.
No, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Lynn directed this. This was his first time back in the directing saddle since Clue.
Oh, didn't realize it was the same guy.
Yeah, same fellow.
Okay. Tell me more.
I like the opening. I don't know that it was intended, but it reminded me of. Oh, I'm gonna forget the title here. I had like the movie opens on good old eggs and fries. Like it's just egg. They crack an egg yolk open and put it in, bleed it into their French fries, and that reminded me a lot. I thought of. Is it Snatch or Lock, Stock and?
Say Lock, Stock. I don't remember that.
Or it could be.
Snatch.
It could be. It's one of those movies where like they have like this killing over food, which it's just a cool scene. But it could be Layer Cake too. It's one of those 3 movies where it's just like this fun scene, and that reminded me instantaneously of it. But it was just like a 30-second aside.
It's fun when people are dying. That's fun.
Yeah, I liked at the very beginning. Like, you shot Louis, you asshole. I'm very depressed. I think I'll go and lose some money. So they go blow money at the casino. I'm very usually losing money depresses people, but he wanted to go liven him up, liven himself up because he was depressed.
Experience of gambling.
Yeah.
You want a Valium? I wrote that down. That was at the beginning.
So this is I should it was at the beginning. You want a Valium, and they try to like silence that nun later by shoving Valium down his throat. So this like, finding this movie was a chore, like an absolute chore. I ended up buying a Korean bootleg of the DVD, and that is not a joke. Like, it was the only thing available. Yeah. This movie isn't online. You can't find it anywhere. It's not available to buy. There was a VHS option, but the bootleg DVD was cheaper. So
to those of you that watch along, good luck.
Good luck. Yeah.
You won't regret it. It's pretty good.
So like I don't know if like I really enjoyed it. The plot doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you break it down. Like these two guys want out of their mob job. They have a buddy that they go see, and he's like, "Hey, I'm getting out of this racket." And they're like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm getting out. I told the boss."
You're stuck in a tennis racket.
Yeah, and then he's like, "But I also," and they're like, "Well, he's not gonna just let you go." And he said, "Well, fun fact, I told him that you guys wanted out too." And they're like, "What?" So the next time they see their friend, he's in the trunk and he's dead. And then they decide that they're going to take the money from the next gig and make a break for it. And the boss is going to use them as free labor and then have them whacked as well. So they're both trying to double cross the other. In the meantime, when Eric Idle's character goes to the casino to lose money, he meets this waitress who's blind as a bat. In fact, there's this line later in the film that says, "Get yourself a white cane." And I thought that was really funny. But she literally moonlights as a second job as a sleep study patient. But every time she ends up in either a sleep study or hospital bed throughout this whole movie, she's just wearing a sweater and no pants. I don't understand. I don't get it.
Likes being comfortable. Because she's sleeping. That's her name.
Sure. Okay. But I mean, even in the hospital patient, they gave her like a prison uniform. Just the top.
Well, they gave her the bottom. She took it off or didn't put it on.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's something they need to sort out. I liked it. Brian, they're going to kill you. Go away. I'm trying to commit a crime. Like, I really liked that. Are you off your trolley? That was a good line.
Yeah, I like that too.
Dove, isn't that a metaphor? No, it's a bird. That was good too. I didn't expect such a wholehearted agreement. I think like that. So these two guys, when they're on the run, they end up, as we said in the synopsis, they end up taking refuge in a convent with 2 cases of about £500,000 each. But this blind girlfriend that becomes a girlfriend, they fall in love at first sight, and they're ready to run away together. But she sees him. She thinks she sees him for who he is. They end up going to the convent, and she follows him, and they end up going full on bosom buddies and just dressing like nuns.
Yep.
When they're in the hospital later, I loved like running down the hallway. They say, "Get the stretcher."
Okay.
And yeah, what do you got on ideas and thoughts?
Didn't write anything down.
She can't. The whole movie, she can't see hardly anything. So when she tries to go look for sanctuary in the convent as well, but they're not recruiting or admitting at the time. But which is like literally seconds after the 2 guys came in and said, "Oh, we're from such and such convent." Actually, I have that written down. Let me see if I can track that down here. They had their
Chipping Salisbury.
That's where they were from?
It's where Eric was from.
Okay. Yeah, the aliases are Charlie McManus, that's his name, and Robbie Coltrane were respectively Sister Euphemia of the 5 Wounds was Eric Idle, and Sister Involata of the Immaculate Conception, which was pretty funny because he says, 5 wounds? Yes, 5 wounds. Yeah.
Stigmata.
Yeah. I thought that was a good aside.
It was.
I mean, the triad's after him, the mob's after him, the police are after him.
My note says, at the beginning when the triads are chasing him, one of the triads takes out like a spatula, like a long, skinny.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a long putty knife or a tool.
I didn't
understand
that either. Because they didn't there were people people would just come flying in that were after them that you'd never seen before.
Yeah. One of them.
Like I thought that. I mean, he wanted to say yes, chef.
Yes.
but like eventually we see the girlfriend's brother and dad, and I thought that they were mafia people because they were just like there. They were goons.
It looked like.
But then the brother ends up like attacking somebody because he thinks it's Brian, the one that she's in love with, who keeps coming back for her, but she doesn't recognize that it's him because she never has her glasses in the whole movie. Yeah. No glasses, no pants, no problem. There was a scene in the movie where this was the second time we've watched this over Zoom. You did have to cover your eyes.
I did. You saw it. I actually did it.
I did. I saw it. You covered your eyes. Yep.
Because there was boobies.
A lot of them. They had like a intramural basketball game, and they took refuge in the shower room after the game.
Yeah. So there was a bunch of naked nun initiates, I guess.
They had some sort of. It looked like, I don't know if they were nun initiates or if they were. I don't know how a convent works, I guess, but it seemed like they were like students. I don't know. Yeah, well, I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. I mean, I don't. I haven't paid enough attention in the exorcism films, I guess, to understand how all this works.
Well, I was raised Catholic, but I have no idea how a nunnery.
Free range Catholic. You're a free range Catholic.
Was.
Jack Catholic.
Jack Catholic. Robert Catholic.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I think it's funny that the British love having men dress as women. They just think that's the...
They really do.
The funniest, just hilarious to them.
They've made a habit of it, yeah.
Shut up. You're pretty light on the puns. I thought I was going to get a lot more.
I know that you thought you were, but I wanted to spare you. Spare the rod.
Oh, go ahead. I don't care. Go ahead.
No.
Okay.
The habit was the good one.
And you blew it.
I did.
I don't know if you...
Like all other things in my life.
You used it. I think British mobsters, they don't look very scary. He just look like a guy in a sweater and some slacks, you know?
Yeah, I didn't quite understand it. Like they assigned pistols pre-robbery, so it's not like they were running around with guns the whole time.
Yeah.
The villain didn't seem that terrifying.
No.
He's more of a pretty boy.
Yeah. I don't know if that's representative of all English mobsters, but I'd say not very scary.
I mean, how scary can you be when you eat French fries and egg yolk?
It's true. Or if you drink a whiskey and an egg.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's a tradition. I don't know that we can add French fries to that.
Ooh, we should. I like French fries.
Who doesn't?
People that have celiac disease.
Well, that's unfortunate for them.
Or maybe they can have potatoes. I don't know.
Potatoes? What's potatoes?
Mash them, boil them, stick them in a stew.
That's right. No, overall, I thought this was fun. I'm glad that we were able to find a copy.
Yeah, thank you for doing that, sir. You paid some funny amount. What was it?
$8.68.
$8.60. So I owe you what? $4.34.
$4.34. Yep. We'll add it to the next one.
Okay. I thought the cops were funny when Eric Idle and Coltrane first go into the convent, and the cops come in, and the head nun, she's like, "What's going on? We don't know. Is someone missing? We don't know.
We don't know
something. We don't know.
We don't know." I mean, they gloss over a lot of things. Yeah, they went in there, and then there was the whole thing with the other nun that was embezzling, like not embezzling, but she was losing because she was a terrible horse track bettor, and then she lost this whole thing for the Dare campaign or whatever they called it.
Yep.
And then they ended up making 10 times more because at the end they leave one briefcase with the convent and then take the other one, and they're wanted men now by the police. So they end up running to Brazil with the woman, but they're dressed as stewardesses on the flight, and she's got the suitcase next to her on the plane.
Yeah.
So this whole thing, they're dressed as nurses, they're dressed as nuns,
Yep.
they're dressed as stewardesses.
It's funny on the IMDb for those two, they're listed as their characters in the movie, and then also Stewardess 1 and Stewardess 2, but not as the nurses.
Yeah. Then
That was interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. Because it's in the trivia where they make it a point like they played 3 different roles.
It's not as interesting as the first word being able, if you pronounce it backwards, it's still correct.
That is-
It's not that interesting, but
It's not that interesting, but it's still like it is a lesser version of interesting.
yeah, right. As a Catholic, making the sign of the cross, I really liked when Coltrane is teaching Eric Idle.
Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Was it wallet and watch? I thought he said bullets.
Oh, maybe they did.
Either way.
Maybe I just heard the way I heard it
No,
before.
I think wallets makes more sense. But spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Yeah. I liked it. It was a fun thing. It didn't make sense, but it was fun.
Was another quote I liked when Eric was teaching the class of the girls, whatever they were. He says, "God is like a shamrock, small, green, and split 3 ways." I don't know. That's
Yeah, he was just reciting. He had no idea. He was just reciting what Coltrane had said in passing earlier in the movie, and he didn't want to be there. And at the same time, Coltrane was putting on a clinic on the basketball court, which led to the shower room. Yeah.
Right. I'm not that kind of nun. I like that. That's fun.
Yeah. I like where he said fat chance. We're poor, fat chance. Us, we're poor, fat chance.
Fat chance. And then at the end, for the chase scene, I don't remember who said it, but they said, "From now on, it's every nun for himself."
That was funny. Yeah.
Oh, and then there was that one quick scene with the bedpans. I just wanted to mention, man, I really wanted to clean those. I really had the urge.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
It seemed like your department.
God, see something like that? God, I want to clean it. I better keep those pants handy.
Bedpanning for gold.
Bedpanning for gold.
Those days are behind you. I hope.
Okay. Me too. All right, that's all I had.
Yeah, me too. Well, are you ready to rate it?
I'm ready to rate it. Sexer the Saw. This is just a big old fuck fest. Really enjoyed it.
Right. Post basketball game, huh?
Yeah.
Full on shower room.
Just sloppy, wet goodness. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I really enjoyed this too, and I'm just gonna give it my regular $2.99 because otherwise math gets hard. I would say this is a $2.50 for me. I think.
50, nice.
Yeah, I enjoy this movie. I hadn't seen it in over 20 years.
I'd never
But I really enjoyed it. Again,
boy, this has got to be one of the highest rankings in Two Boys history.
it is.
Like a
It is
90
like
or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a classic. It's just a fun movie.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Fun all around with the Nuns, and I really appreciate what you compared it to. I think it's Mrs. Doubtfire certainly. It's Sister Act certainly. Yeah. What was the other one you compared it to?
Well, it's just some sort of like buddy cop, like an offbeat buddy cop. I said Loose Cannons.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Loose Cannons. Yeah, like definitely,
like that.
definitely right up in there. Yeah, especially with I mean, Eggs and Whiskey could have certainly been a part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the acting was reliable. I really liked the lead, the nun, whatever that character name was. She was good. She was stern, but she, in like when the money came into her possession, she's like, "No, we're gonna keep it. This is ours now." Yep.
I appreciate a good strong nun.
Yeah. Yeah. She wasn't mean, but
no,
she was firm.
Mean but firm.
Yep. So, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Everybody, check it out. Go to Korea, grab a bunch, come back over here, and sell them for $8.68.
$8.68. Actually, this was by far the cheapest one. I can't believe they took the deal.
Oh, is it eBay?
It was eBay. Yeah, most of them were going for over $30.
Well,
This
nice
was my
find.
last best effort. And I was like, well, if we don't find
almost-
this, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Well, we would have just Ruby Kairo'd it.
That's true. We would have.
Fro 7.
Yep.
Oh, if only we got in Ruby.
We would have had to
Where
watch
would
Fro
we
7
be?
again.
Where would we be?
That's true.
I wonder.
Who knows? It's just a whole different timeline, alternate Earth.
Yeah, it really schismed. We're in Two Boys Podcast Universe 2 now.
Yeah. Full chasm. All right. Well, it's your ballpark now, man.
I was going to say, since this is episode 49, we had briefly talked about doing something special for 50. Do you remember that? That was
Briefly, yeah. You were going to finish out your novella, if I remember.
Yeah, we were going to watch, for our 50, we'd watch Hook.
Oh, that's right. Hook. Give him the hook.
So
I like that. So I don't choose. Let's watch Hook, and then we'll pick up where we left off.
So you'll pick episode 51.
Okay.
Or we can go off a Hook too, whatever. But I had
No. Let's do this the Hook special as a 50. That's a good one.
Okay.
There's plenty to talk about. We've talked about it so often in this that we might as well just embrace it.
Groovy. So you're going to choose your death.
Suck it to me,
for
suck it to me,
episode
suck it to me,
51.
suck it to me.
This is for episode 51. Okay, all right, here we go. Through Robbie Coltrane, he played Charlie. Oh, I got it. Sorry, my Kindle turned off. Firing it up.
Light that fire.
Go home, baby. We got 1983, Kroll. A prince and a fellowship of companions set out to rescue his bride from a fortress of alien invaders who have arrived on their home planet.
Oh, no.
Yep, that's...
Have you seen that
one
one?
of those... Yes, I have.
Oh, no.
Yes, I have. Yeah, it's definitely one of the movies we would watch that we wish we didn't. So I thought I'd better throw it in.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on here. Okay. Through Robert Morgan, who was the abbot, we have Let 'Em Have It. 1990.
Let me at him.
This drama reveals the controversial post-war 1950s London murder trial that sent a mentally handicapped young man to the gallows for a murder he did not commit. I thought it sounded interesting.
That does sound interesting. What was the title of that? Let me at him? Let me have him?
Let him have it. And then I noticed that I had a little Robert thing going on, so I was only going to offer you movies by Roberts. So this one's through Robert Patterson, who was he was Case Casey.
Okay.
And he's in a movie called Boxed. 02. The IRA, when executing an informer, calls on certain, in parentheses, tame priests to secretly provide last rites. So maybe they're assassins or something? I don't know.
When was that one made?
02.
02. Oh.
Those two might be hard to find.
I think, yeah. So Crawl, Let 'Em Have It, and Boxed.
Yeah. And there's another two, yeah.
Okay, hit me.
And then I decided that 3 was too few, so I'd do one more. So I picked a name that I thought sounded cool, and it was Tex Fuller, because that's a cool name. And he was the taxi driver, and he was in 88's Willow. A young farmer is chosen to undertake a perilous journey in order to protect a special baby from an evil queen. It's got Val Kilmer in there, Warwick Davis from Star Wars fame.
So Tex 4 or Willow?
Tex Fuller is the guy's name.
Oh, I got you.
He's
so
the
Willow's
link.
the movie.
Willow's the movie. Tex is the fella.
Do you have a preference on which one I choose?
There's one more, and just before we started, I was just scrolling through to see what I might have missed, and I found one through... What is her name? Janet Sussman. She was one of the nuns. It's called Foreplay. 1980.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's a TV series, sorry. But I was interested by it because it says, be the first to add to the plot.
Yeah.
So never mind. You got those.
All right. Do you have a preference on which one?
Not really.
I've never seen Willow. Let's watch Willow.
You sure?
Yeah.
You might like one of those weird.
Box doesn't sound terrible. Let Him Have It doesn't sound terrible. Crawl sounds terrible.
No, Crawl. You should probably Crawl.
But Willow, I feel like it's one of those films that I just have managed to not see up to this point, and I probably should. So this is a good excuse.
Very good.
If that's not opposing to you.
Nope. That's fine. So episode 51, we will be watching Willow. And next episode, we'll do something a little special.
Hook. Give him the hook.
So, hook.
Give him the hook.
The boo box.
The boo box. Yeah, no, that's a good one too. Like Hook followed by Willow. It's not too bad of a lineup.
That's a good little double. Yeah.
Look at that.
Cool.
Well,
a milestone.
We did a thing. Kali Ma, I chose my death.
What's that?
Kali Ma, I chose my death.
You did. Good death choice, buddy.
Yeah, I did a thing.
You did a thing. You did it great, too. Okay. Anything else from you, old boy?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, everyone, remember, don't be a sucker. It's been a slice. And if you need us, just whistle.
Okay, love you, bye. Don't lose hope. Don't catch cold.
The portions of today's broadcast that you actually enjoyed are brought to you in whole by...
Are you tired of your kids not making rent?
Do you wish they could understand that the easiest time for them to pull their own weight is right now?
Well, then have we got a deal for you?
That's right. It's time they got a job.
Cute coveralls are out, and overtime is in.
They won't be keeping you up all night anymore.
Nope. They'll be keeping the lights on by burning that sweet-scented midnight oil.
Time to wake up, chump!
The world called and said, you're late for work.
Don't raise a freeloader. Put your child's nose to the grindstone today.
Order your wake-up baby alarm clock today.
Coupon not valid in any of the 50 states or anywhere child labor laws are enforced.
Wake up, baby.
Put on some makeup. You want to do just in my eating seeds.
You're welcome.